Alright, welcome back to our Shadowrun Returns Deadman Switch campaign, and let's continue where we stopped last time, and that was finishing our Beneath the Brotherhood chapter, where we actually did have to fight some kind of weird bugs. Yeah, like those guys which we cannot kill. That is always disconcerting. If you can kill your opponent, like at all, they just respawn and transform and respawn. Well, luckily, at least we're able to unlock our exit out of here, and we're just bolting out. So let's do exactly that. One is out. A lot of people on the go here. And Coyote. And Mr. Falk. And last but not least, Marie-Louise. Alright, we did manage to escape by the looks of that. Alright, Marie-Louise is putting on a tough face, but you can see she is spooked. Well, so are we. Thanks for the rescue. I'm getting the hell out of here. Wait, just a minute. Who are you? Where are you going? He's glassy-eyed. I might be in shock. I just gonna get out of here. Don't worry about me. I'll see you around. Alright, that was not super helpful, but we got some extra karma. And she has bolted. And there's this Baron Samedi again. The image that suddenly lights up your comlink is clearly a non-standard transmission. Wherever it is, they're using the matrix to tight beam their avatar's face instead of their own. You can tell that the voice has been modulated to disguise it. Bonsoir, mon ami. You must be careful with these devices. They can be hacked if you're not careful. Who are you and how did you get this comlink code? Oh, forgive me, I am the Baron Samedi. Perhaps you have heard of Samedi? He is a decker of unique gifts. Some have gone so far as to call him a technomancer. Well, a very humble individual clearly as well. We have a common knowledge now, and we share a common purpose. Alright, you may want to explain yourself now. The girl, she is important to Samedi. He is grateful for your timely assistance to her, and finds himself in a position to return the favor. Samedi knows the one you're after. He knows. And he can help you get to her. But this comlink, it's not a secure connection, is it? No. We need to meet face to face, so to speak. In cyberspace. And this humble individual also likes to refer to himself in the third person. Alright, so what's your stake in this business? The one you're after poses a grave threat to many, but this is for later. We must hurry now. Southern Baron's flurry speech is gone and he's all business. Get to the secure checkpoint. Enter Shadowlands. I will meet you there. Bon voyage. Alright. Did not really say much. Well, at least we are not in a combat. Doesn't seem there's anything else to do in here. So, let's get the heck out. Confirm. The Union. Getting justice for Sam is going to take more effort than it originally appeared. You didn't anticipate his killer being protected by a cult filled with giant, unkillable bugs. But she is. And if you're going to get to her, you're going to need to find a way around or through those bugs. After a taste of the belonging that the Universal Brotherhood offered, the sordid surroundings of the Seamstresses Union feel more like home than ever. Yeah, I'd prefer to go through those bugs. I really did not like them. Alright, so let's see. We have Cherry Bomb here. Cherry Bomb is swamped with customers, but when she catches a glimpse of you, she gets up on her tiptoes to talk to you over their heads. Hey there, New. What's going on? Hey Cherry, listen. We need to talk about Shane. Shane? What about Shane? It's not good, Cherry. Just tell it to me straight, New. I'm a Baron's girl. Well, Shane's dead. I can't do anything else right now. It's too dangerous, but I thought you should know. My god, Shane. She looks at her customers, then down at her bar top for a long moment before finally composing herself. Thanks for letting me know. Maybe we'll talk later. Alright. She continues processing the information, and she remembers something. Oh hey, Johnny Clean asked me to flag you down the minute I saw you. That he's got someone who wants to talk to you. Sounded a little freaked out about it. He's waiting for you downstairs. Really, Johnny? The expert, Decker, is freaked out about something? Well, did you say who what does? I can't remember. He made it sound like royalty. You know, someone called the Duke or something like that. The Baron? Maybe, yeah. Gotta go. I've gotta get these people drunk. She returns to her needy customers. Alright, so what about Coyote? Coyote's face is pale and her voice is low and shaky. What the hell was that back there, man? Just what the frag was that? Well, it looks like the Brotherhood is transforming their followers into bugs. And Sam's sister is their leader. If I didn't see it, there is no way I'd believe it. Giant, unkillable bugs. Fine, whatever. I want that woman dead now more than ever. If you go after her again, you think of me, okay? I'll be around, locked and loaded. Well, we'll see what happens. Yeah, we will. So, nothing from the veteran. What about John Bartlett? Good to see you around here, chummer. So, nothing else to say, okay. Oh, wait. What is that? Oh, that looks weird. Doesn't look like a dialogue option, but something showed up there. Okay. So, and Mr. Johnson, who would that be? And Bobby. Hey, Bobby. Yo, guy, have we met? You look familiar. I meet a lot of people, no problem. Need some brain benders tonight? I got some of that merc stuff. Rickers, taxi drivers, you know. Can I trust you? Sure thing. Nobody's more trustworthy than old Bobby. Kubota wouldn't let me in this place if I wasn't legit. Well, let's see what you've got. Alright, yeah, we are buying all of that. Alright, nice. Confirm. So, Mr. Johnson. The man sizes you up as you approach. His carefully groomed hair and the shine on his shoes seem out of place with the Barons. Hey, you looking for work? I got a little something if you're up for it. It's a milk run. Huh. In my experience, it's never a milk run. Don't worry, this one's as straightforward as they come. The job's a simple extraction. The people I represent are interested in acquiring the talents of a scientist named Sada. Unfortunately, Mr. Sada is currently engaged with Renraku, which means he is engaged for life. That does not sit well with the people I represent. They see it as a subversion of the free market. Oh, I see how it is. And you want me to secure Mr. Sada's freedom to work for your people instead. Exactly. But it has to be now. And Raku's shipping Sada out of Seattle in the morning for some sort of overseas research project. Tonight, he's being kept at a hidden research facility out here in the Barrens, just a couple miles from here. I hear they've been bringing in unmarked shipments for weeks now, thinking that nobody noticed. We don't care about any of that, we just want Sada, before he is out of our reach. The place should be lightly guarded, probably rent a cops. Get in, grab Sada, and get out. In exchange, I am authorized to remit 9,000 yuan in payment. I am not, however, authorized to negotiate. Oh, that is a lot of money actually, so yeah, I'm in, let's see the yuan. We pay on delivery, friend. That's how it always works. I'll send you the lab's location to a PDA. Hire a team and head there right away. Liberate Sada and deliver him to my employers. I'll have a car waiting outside the lab when you are done. Once Mr. Sada's on his way, meet me back here for payment. Alright. Milk rank, huh? Well, something tells me that's not necessarily exactly the case, but we'll see. So, hello stranger. I'm busy right now, so I hope you've got something that's worth my time. Yeah, how about a list of every politician the Universal Brotherhood had bribed to date? I could certainly find someone interested in that information. I'll take some legwork to verify the veracity of such a list. How about 2,000? Oh, and we're gonna Shadowrunner again. Don't have socialite. Actually, I don't think that's the only place so far we've seen this etiquette. Okay. The info is about to be worth a lot more in the next few days. And what? I'm supposed to take your word for it? Fine, I'll speculate. But only because I can find you if this doesn't pan out. 2,500? No more. Well, that's not bad. 2,500, I'll take that. Mr. Kluwe. You alright, Neo? I'll leave, Mr. Kluwe, thanks. I heard you made trouble with the Universal Brotherhood. Well, stirred up hornet's nest, you might say. People are starting to say there's some dark drag going down in those chapter houses. Like they're taking advantage of the poor folk who go there looking for help. I gotta say, that makes my blood boil. It's bad enough that the government labels half the population as probationary citizens. We don't need more people preying on the most defenseless members of society. And I hate to bring race into it, but it's a fact that a good number of people who go to the Brotherhood for help are metas like me. But what options do we have? Do you realize that it would take an act of Congress to grant me full citizenship? And they have yet to do it once. Wars are started more easily than a meta gets a scene in this country. So it's no wonder we turn to people like the Brotherhood, who claim to listen to our voice and speak on our behalf. Sorry, I just know some folks who went to the Brotherhood for these very reasons. I might have ended up there myself if Miss Kubota hadn't taken me in. Whatever's going on in there, I trust you'll put an end to it, one way or another. Oh yes, I have a very specific way in mind. Go get them, sir. Alright. Let's see what we have in the hideout. Okay, that's yellow, we'll wait for a little bit. So, let's check our favorite merchants. Once Dr. Castle is not utterly absorbed in her work, in fact she seems to have set aside whatever she is doing to give you her full attention. Perhaps word has spread about what you already faced and what is still to come. I'm glad to see you alright, Neo. I was afraid they'd be carting you back to me in pieces. I don't suppose it would do me any good to suggest an early retirement? Or at the very least that you might delay whatever is coming long enough for you to get a decent night's sleep and a full meal? Well, there are things that need doing, and I'm the one to do them. I imagine those were the last words spoken by many brave idiots. Oh, who am I kidding? I know your type all too well. Words of caution have little worth, and words of prohibition only makes you more eager to throw yourself into the fire. You're like children that way. So fine, do what you will, just tell me what I can do to keep you alive that much longer. So what have you heard, Doc? Well, let's review. In the past few days I've lost one patient and nearly lost a second. I've also learned that a man claiming to be a fellow doctor was responsible for the first of those deaths. And now I hear that another, supposed force for good, has been committing heinous acts on innocent men and women. Quite frankly, it's almost enough to make a woman give up on the whole human race. But then I remember why I don't. I remember how many innocent lives Miss Kubota has saved by giving them place and purpose here at the Union. I remember seemingly useless wastes of flesh like Packer risking their lives to save the ones they love. I remember that some people are still willing to stand up against those who would seek to do harm to others. And that's the real reason you won't hear me argue against your chosen course of action. Because I agree that it must be done. I only hope it can be done without any more innocents coming to harm. Well, if I could make that deal, I would. Then do the next best thing. Put an end to this. I'd like to wake up to a world short one less evil. Now, how can I help make that happen? Alright, so let's see the medical supplies. Okay, trauma kits we've seen before. Oh, premium medkit. Medkit 3. Heals for 30. Expensive. We may consider those. But that also means we got some restock on the merchants. Alright, so let's see the cyberware. Oh yeah. It's okay, so you see alphaware. So basically these are advanced versions of the cyberware, usually more expensive but better in just about any way. Usually cheaper in essence, or the same, higher stats and so on and so forth. Alright, so one thing I definitely wanted to go with, and it's actually the cheapest one, is vision magnification. Not this one. That was the basic one that we had before. You see, this one is essence cost 1, because we already had essence 5.5, because we have data jack for 0.5. But the alpha version of that only costs 0.5. And instead of 3% chance to hit, it adds 6% chance to hit, and it costs us 1,000. Alright, which we should be able to do. Alright. So, there's a lot of other interesting stuff. Okay, that's we had before, that we can't afford, we have seen before. Dermal plating, new. Very expensive, +2 armor, +1 body, not bad, but way too expensive for us. So cyber arm, cyber leg. Okay, cyber leg alpha is very tempting, but probably closer to the end of the game. If we still have money to afford that, we may want to go there. It's expensive from the essence perspective, but it adds 8 HP, 1 quickness, so it means our chance to hit is high. Or higher, and +1 to dodge, which is also useful, so we don't get hit as much. So Kevlar bone lacing, very expensive, both in new and essence, but +1 body and +1 strength, not for our character, so not super useful. And the cyber arms, oh, and by the way, so for cyber legs obviously we can do both of them if we can afford it, so that would be double the stats here. Same for arms, you can do both arms, it only costs 1 essence. That's 1 strength and HP, so again not for us really, so strength does nothing for us. But legs, however, is something that is interesting. So basically the armor plating might be useful, but again it's very expensive. And that's a bit of armor and +1 body. And the legs are very tempting, but not for now. So, okay, but let's go with the eyes. Yep, and it will impact absolutely nothing of our casting because we went from 5.5 to 5 in essence, and that's the same amount that it's getting rounded anyway. Alright, so let's see what David Frey has to say. I need some new gear. Oh yes, so we do have finally the best, the absolute best in Cyberdex Firelight Excalibur. 6 programs, 3 SPs, 5 evasion, 225 IP and 4 APs. Expensive, but let's see. Yep, we're certainly gonna get this, but I need 7 in decking. And we've got programs, so Cyberdex. We get level 3 programs. Okay. We don't have enough money yet, so okay, let's spend some karma. Okay, so we get 6, and we get 18, so we can certainly do this and that. And now we should be able to equip the Excalibur. Now we only need to afford it. That's a small thing. Right now we can't. Let's see what Johnny has to say. Johnny is hunched over his desk, idly fiddling with the cyber deck. He seems preoccupied. He looks up and you approach, eyes narrowed. Making new friends out there? Yep, that's me, the friendly type. Apparently so. You seem to have made a new friend in the Matrix at least. Calls himself Baron Samedi. He's been asking about you in Shadowlands. Has a pretty distinctive icon, skull face with a top hat. I can't tell what he wants, but the guy seems pretty serious. I wouldn't ignore this if I were you. Deckers have a way of making people's lives miserable if they are so inclined. We are playing as a Decker character, and a pretty decent one, I should say. Alright, so this Baron character, what do you know about him? I did some checking, but didn't get much because he's new on this scene. He's no Wilson though, but a rep as a drag-hot warboy from what I hear. Never rides alone with physical entry teams though, purely remote work. Samedi, like the voodoo spirit? Yeah, that's the one. He sits at the crossroads of the living and the dead. Think it has any significance? I've been around a long time and I've seen a lot of avatars running around the tricks. A lot of them. You ask me, just some guy trying to look scared to make a name for himself. Think of it as personal branding. So how long has been looking for me? He's been spamming Shadowlands for the last hour. I'd say he's new on the scene, but everyone's talking about him. Even the hottest deckers like Dodger are saying he's a force to be reckoned with. Well, I guess he's not the patient type. Something I should know? Well, could be. I'll tell you after I talk to him. So, what's Shadowlands? That's where the shadowy community goes to talk about anything shadowy. Who's planning what projects, who is hiring, which corpses screwing which, anything that affects Shadowrunners and how they make money. It's where I'd go to see if I could pick up any dirt about you. Don't know anything about giant, magic, indestructible bugs? Is that a joke? No. I saw one underneath the Universal Brotherhood an hour ago. Bigger than a troll. What do you mean, indestructible? As in, I couldn't kill it. Whatever it is you've gotten into new, you are in it deep. From what I hear, the Brotherhood has members in high places. Government, corps, law enforcement. You be careful, chummer. Alright, that's enough talk. I need to talk to the Baron. Okay, you can use my secure checkpoint. I've already set up a portal to Shadowlands. Feel free to jack in whenever you're ready. Alright, so why don't we do just that? Except I would really like to upgrade to the Excalibur. Can we do that? You're back. Oh, we can take him as well? Okay. Alright. Bonsoir, mon ami. I'm pleased that we can have a semi-private conversation. You must be careful with your tour guides like your friend Johnny thought. You cannot trust everyone you meet in the Matrix. Well, everyone in Shadowlands knows you're looking for me, so why the spam? Samedi wishes to thank you for saving Marie-Louise from the Universal Brotherhood. The girl is quite precious. If harm were to come to her, he does not know what he would do. He also offers you his help. The insects you encountered, there's something, no? Something dark. To ignore them would be folly. There is much at stake. Samedi knows you are after this woman, Jessica Watts, for your own reasons. He can help you to get this woman and defeat the bugs. And hypothetically, how would we do that? The job will not be simple nor will be straightforward, but Samedi can guarantee it will be dangerous. The Lestrian Industries has been working for 2 years on a formula, codenamed Aegis. They are working with another corporation, a foreign corporation, to refine it. This is their third attempt to get it right, and they believe they have. Manufacturing began several months ago. Unfortunately, their manufacturing plant in the Columbia Valley was recently blown up. It could have been corporate espionage, or it could have been something else. That is unknown. What is known is that a large sample of the formula survived. So, what does this have to do with Jessica and the Universal Brotherhood? We want Aegis because it kills bugs, big ones, like the ones you met at the Universal Brotherhood. If you want to go back there and bring the Watts woman to justice, you'll need Aegis. And, as it happens, Samedi knows where the last sample of Aegis is being kept. Hence the job at hand. We are going to break into Telestrian Industries' primary operations office complex here in Seattle. Aegis will be somewhere within that building. We will find the Aegis sample and liberate it for ourselves. Alright, so let me get this straight. You want me to break into one of the most influential corps in the Pacific Northwest? You've got to be joking. Would that if I were, but it's the only way. It's the only place to get what we need. But take heart. You will have Samedi with you, and he is clever in the ways of the Matrix. We cannot lose. Wow. He is a little bit too sure of himself. So, will you do this thing? Will you ally with Baron Samedi? Well, I have more questions first. The Baron understands the need of information all too well. Ask what you will. So why not let Telestrian take care of it? Sounds like they're already halfway there. Telestrian, do not talk to me of Telestrian. He's an executive, a businessman. Do you know what his reaction was when he learned of the insect threat? He called a meeting. He and his associates will be debating action forever. And how do you know all of this about Aegis? Because Samedi has personal connections into James Telestrian's affairs. You see, he knows. Alright, I want to know more about you first. Who you really are. What is there to know? Baron Samedi is gifted. You see, he was born to walk, he was born to travel the matrix, bending it to his will. Who is Baron Samedi really? What is the difference? When a clown removes his paint, he is still a clown, but in disguise, no? It's only when he is painted that people applaud. A philosopher, huh? So, you never explained how you and Marie-Louise know each other. Oui, that is true. And it is for her to say, not Samedi. He has nothing to lose, while she... You must ask her. So why not just tell Lone Star and let them take care of the Brotherhood? The Universal Brotherhood has connections, high-level connections in the government and in Lone Star. And their message resonates with those who need something to believe in. We have no proof and we have no time. We must act. Right, I'm done asking questions. And you are convinced? Alright, do I look like a charity to you? This is a job, and I get paid for taking jobs. Let's see if we can get some... Of course, we'll still have to do it, but if you can pay... There are giant insects nesting beneath Seattle. They cannot be killed. Do you know what insects do? Better than anything? They multiply, and they consume. But if that does not sway you, then perhaps you must be spoken to in a different language. Samedi is a technomancer. He turns thought into reality. Complete this operation, he will transfer 50,000 yuan into the account of your choosing. You are a mercenary, and mercenaries get paid, yes? Now, will you do it? Alright, that is a serious dough, huh? Why don't we push it a bit more? Make it an even 100. Sacre bleu, fine. 75. Done. Well, generally it's not done until both parties agrees, but apparently we agreed. Okay, we'll get 8, which is not bad. Excellent, so glad you have seen reason. The Baron is transferring a portion of your fee to your account now to help you assemble your team. The rest will be payable upon the successful retrieval of the sample. Telestron keeps Project Aegis information on a private local network. It cannot be accessed from the outside through the matrix. You must jack into it from within the office complex. Samedi will be part of this evening's events, but must remain remote. He will keep all of Seattle's law enforcement and off-duty Telestron security away, while you locate the information we need from inside. And what about the on-duty Telestron security? The ones that will shoot me as soon as I step past the lobby. Ah, the Baron will handle that as well. Telestron guards will be rerouted throughout the building. With the right timing, no one will even know you are there. But of course, even Baron Samedi cannot anticipate all possibilities. So tonight, you must use your contacts to hire a team and travel to the Telestron office complex downtown. You will be contacted again when you have gained entrance. Alright. Is that it? Yeah, it sounds like we cannot... Yeah, it's not like a regular matrix. Okay, we get some karma. Holy crap. Telestron Industries. You've hit the big time, chum. If you need a second decker, you might as well take one of the best. Well, know where I can find one? I'm retired, not dead. Of course I know where you can find one. There's an elf who owes me a favor. He goes by Dodger. You may have heard of him. He's one of the best deckers in Seattle, and that's me saying it. I'll get you his contact information. You'll know him by the way he talks. Like he's in a damn Charles Dickens novel. Alright. Okay, at least we get some cash. That is helpful. So how much do we have? We have 12. I think we did... Yeah, the way I see it, I think I am done with the intelligence tree. I got 7 in intelligence, I got 7 in decking, so we should be able to equip the Excalibur if we can afford it. There's nothing else I want to do here. But basically everything else will go into body, quickness or range combat, with maybe something going into rifle or shotgun, but I think right now we have 8, so it makes sense to actually get another point in the body for extra 10 HP, I would think, yes. So let's do that. Now, so there's a lot of shopping to do and the stuff is expensive, so I need to make sure that I have enough cash for what for the team. Okay, so we have 12,200. Let's go check how much we can actually spend and still have enough to have for the team. And I need to put together a team for Renraku Lab, so we'll do this side mission first. Okay, so Coyote is cheap. Do we have anyone for free? No, not here at least. Okay, so Coyote seems to be cheap. And she was pretty good at least. Okay, let's check. She has a better shotgun now, Ensfield, that has a burst fire option, nice. And she also has a decent pistol. She has a few grenades, 2 medkits too, nice. And she should be pretty good, yeah. Okay, so she has 70 in HP, 7 armor, 3 APs. She has range combat 6, 5, 4 and 5, and dodge 5. She's pretty good. So I don't think with her we need to have shotgunner samurai, and she's way cheaper than that. Okay, so that's 1200. Let's try not to make the same mistake again as we did last time on the shamans. So yeah, I don't like this dude, but this guy, Hermes Heart Elf Shaman. Oh yeah, I think that's the guy I want. So okay, so we have, oh that's amazing, that's Shadow. That could be super useful. So that's shadows on which characters cannot be targeted, not target others, but you can step in and out of that. And it has cooldown of 2 with 2 AP, so that could be super useful. We have haste 3, and we also have lightning barrier, and we have summons. Alright, decent HP. Yeah, I think that's another guy we are taking. So that's 3600, and then our favorite. Yeah, those guys starting to look good now. Oh yeah, oh, what? Some of these guys are actually extremely cheap. So we have 3k for some guys, but only 1k for some others. Yeah, then it's no brainer. We're definitely taking our favorite dwarf mage. He has another haste 3, sorry. He has aim 3. He has a barrier, he has armor, he has a weaken armor, he has a heal, he has some grenades, he has powerball 3, that's pretty good. Ares Predator, he has 6/6 and 6 in conjuring. 50 hit point, but hey, can have everything. Okay, so 4600, we need to hire that team to hit Renraku, after which we get paid again. So that basically means we have, give and take, 8k. Well, doesn't matter. Basically, we cannot go below 4600 on our shopping. So let's go, and I'll probably want to upgrade my assault rifles and the deck and the programs. Alright, so let's see what we have here. Probably just conversation items. The magic dealer's area is a buzz with chaotic activity. As you watch the Contents of a dozen boxes fly through the air. The articles land on Algernon's table in some elaborate sorting scheme, while the man himself casually sits reading a magazine from the previous century. Welcome, Neo. Is there anything I might provide to make your life easier, or perhaps make another's more difficult? Well, ever heard of a bug spirit or bug shaman, Algernon? The elf's face curls into a grimace. I am sorry. I find the very thought repugnant. You must understand, a shaman does not follow the literal incarnation of his totem. One who pledges himself to cat does not drink milk from a saucer or claw the drapes. Instead, a shaman follows the ideals of his totem. Dogs is less a canine and more a symbol of loyalty. Coyote is less a scavenger and more a trickster. So you can understand why I find the idea of an insect totem so foreign. To what quality would a shaman aspire in such a case? A chill visibly runs through him. Please, let us speak of more pleasant things. Perhaps commerce? Let's see what you've got. Probably nothing for us. We get power bolts. These are not cheap though. A lot of spells. Wow, these are not cheap actually. Well, I guess these are not too bad, but some of them are expensive. Again, we don't care because we can cast much. Haste 4. Oh, that actually does AP for 2. 2 APs for 3 rounds. All the previous hastes up to 3 are just for 1 for more rounds. Okay, yeah, there's a shadow. Anyway, okay. Chi again we can do. Consumables are all fetishes, I think. Okay, so good, we don't need to do anything here. Are there any good outfits that we can purchase? Alright, yes. So high street grade armor, straight up armor 10. It's pretty impressive. Our armor is 6 right now, but no other benefits, so might not be really worth it. And 2 grands. Corp Mage for armor 8. We don't play Mage. We don't play a Rigger. We don't play Adept, so okay, we do play as a Decker of sorts, but it's also armor 6. It does grant intelligence once and does ESP control 1, but don't use ESPs, so not super useful. So Gager Mask, which gives us quickness +1 and HP +5 on armor 6. I still like this one actually the most. Let's see what else do we have with armor 6. Willpower, not for us. Strength, not for us. Intelligence +2. Okay, this might be interesting. But I'd rather take... I mean, we have pretty high intelligence right now. We have 7 base. And we potentially can put an outfit with +1. So we can do it with +2. So that would be... on our base 7, like 8 or 9, like we don't really need it that high at all. I don't think so. So totem, summoning is not really our strengths. Dodge move, yeah, definitely not us. And then the rest we already have. Yep, so we actually don't need that. We have, yeah, matrix square, intelligence +1, and we have Decker outfit, which is intelligence +1, decking +1. That's actually more useful if we have to do a pure magics run, as only armor 4. Okay, so nothing actually here. Good. Alright, so let's see the Buster. I'm interested in some real firepower. Oh yes, yes I am. So we have better grenades, better concussion grenades, which again not for our character. We may buy some, but not right now. We really need to conserve our cash. Drones, okay, we go up to class A and class S. Again, that's for riggers. Alright, let's see. Oh yes, we have the final, I think, versions of the weapons. Again, we don't need any of this stuff, but okay, Ares Alpha. That is a good weapon. So, I think we're just gonna upgrade for that. 1, 2. And now we can actually first let's sell our existing ones. And recoup some of the costs. Alright, that's actually enough for cult. Okay, let's buy that. Alright, so now we have these very good assault rifles. 34 and 38 magazine with damage 15 and 16. Nice. Now. Okay. Well, we can buy some grenades and medkits. We need to make sure 5. I think we should just have enough to upgrade our cyber deck. Alright, so let's see, cyber decks. So we can sell the Fuchi. Alright, and we can buy Excalibur. Alright, now we have the best cyber deck out there. The question is, how much can we afford in terms of the programs? Okay, 50, 56. So we can have only for now about 1,000, unless we sell something. Okay, so how about we'll sell some stuff? Because what I want to have a blaster, a basic, a killer, level 3. I want to do a medic, a sniffer. So I need to sell something for about 300, a little bit more than 200. I think everything else I can live without. So, okay, I want to keep blaster 2. Alright, let's see what we can sell. I'm not going to be using blaster 1, I don't think so. I'm not going to be using erosion 1. Not firewall. Not medic. And not shield 1, no. We can sell some grenades as well, the cheap ones. I mean, we can always just sell one of these platinum trauma kits, but I'd rather not. They are expensive, so we can get some money out of that, but stop. Okay, so we'll sell that. Now let's buy. Okay, as I said, blaster, killer, medic, and sniffer all level 3s. That should be enough. I can buy some other level 3s, but later. I think for now should be good. Yep. Alright, confirm. And we have 4900. That's barely enough for us to hire a team for the Renraku job. We have 65. Alright. Alright then. So no extra medkits then. That's okay. Alright, so I believe once we hire the team, we will immediately move on to this mission, so I'll make a cut here and I'll see you in the next episode. So see you then.